So Daniel Braun, one of the greatest in the credit card and personal finance space on YouTube, challenged his fellow creators to a task. And I say challenge accepted. The challenge was to create a roughly 5 credit card setup, with the catch being that I cannot personally own any of these credit cards in real life. For me personally, this eliminates the Bank of America Custom Cash Rewards card, this eliminates the Capital One Saver One, the Bilt MasterCard, and most recently, this eliminates the Chase Freedom Unlimited. However, I'm going to be taking this challenge even further by not including any of the cards on my roadmap for 2023 as well, eliminating both the Capital One Venture X and the Chase Sapphire Preferred. With all that, let's get right into it. So to start out, let's break down the categories that I'll be focusing on. For me personally, my top 3 categories of spend are going to be dining, groceries, and gas. However, I do like to focus on a couple other factors that make my credit cards really nice for me, them being travel benefits, luxury benefits, and flexibility with points, meaning that they can be redeemed by at least a good valuation for both travel and for cashback. So getting into the first card on my list, we're going to be coming out swinging with the American Express Gold Card. This card typically comes with a welcome offer of roughly 60,000 American Express membership rewards points, but can often be found with an elevated offer upwards of 90,000 points. This card will also earn me 4x back on both dining and groceries, and 3x back on travel. And of course, the 1% back on everything else. It also comes with roughly $240 to offset the $250 annual fee. So yeah, this is a good card for people who like food, and I'm definitely one of those people. The only thing that's keeping me from getting this card in real life actually is because I get so much value from my Capital One Saver One, as the spending categories are very similar and I get the free Uber One membership and 10% back on Uber Eats. However, in this alternate reality, Saver One's not available, so the American Express Gold Card is definitely first on my list. Now, I previously mentioned that I do value point flexibility, so being able to redeem for team travel and for team cashback. And then typically, the American Express Gold Card is only a card that is for people on team travel. And so for the next card on my list, we're going to be flipping that script a little bit. To pair up with the American Express Gold Card, I'm going to be grabbing myself the American Express Platinum card, but specifically the Charles Schwab American Express Platinum. And this version of the card comes with all of the benefits that come with the American Express Platinum, which there's a lot, but it also allows you to redeem your points for 1.1 cent per point valuation in cash back, opening up the flexibility overall with my Amex points, but also giving me loads of luxury benefits when it comes to travel, including but not limited to heightened status both at Marriott and at Hilton, luxury travel insurance, purchase protections. The benefits don't stop. Topping that off, you come with a whole coupon book of credits to be able to use to offset the $695 annual fee. Now in real life, I can't justify that annual fee, but we're assuming that the alternate reality version of me is kind of a baller and he's able to, no problem. Now I know I came out swinging grabbing both the American Express Gold and the American Express Platinum card, and we are going to dial it back a little bit closer to reality. Stepping away from American Express, we are going to look towards a underrated bank in the space, that's being Citibank. And one of Citibank's most popular cards in the credit card space is going to offer me 5% back in my highest spend category. And you guys may have already guessed it, this card is going to be none other than the Citi Custom Cash. As I also stated previously, my 3 highest spend categories are dining, groceries, and gas. Where now I have dining and groceries being covered by the American Express Gold Card, the Citi Custom Cash would act strictly as my gas card, earning me 5% back as long as I only spend on gas. And these points are also redeemed in the form of Citi Thank You points, which are very flexible, which can be redeemed for travel and for cash back. And to pair with this card, the next card on my list is also coming from Citibank, as the points can be transferred between the two just like with the American Express cards. And this card is none other than the Citi Double Cash, earning me a whopping 2% back on all purchases, covering the other spend. And with the Citi Double Cash, it earns points in a little bit of an interesting way, earning only 1% back when you make the purchase, but then also earning an additional 1% after you pay the purchase off. So overall, it's technically a 2% cashback card, really good for the catch-all category of spend. And of course, these points are also given in the form of Citi Thank You points. Very flex. And this brings us to the 5th and final card in my 5 credit card setup. And this card's main purpose is to serve as one, a backup card for the American Express cards, but also as a card to heighten the value that I get from cards 3 and 4. And really, it's a solid overall mid-tier travel credit card option. And you guys may have guessed this one as well. This is going to be none other than the City Premier. That's right, we're completing the City Trifecta, one of the underrated setups in the credit card space. Really, the only thing that the City Premier lacks as a credit card is different purchase protections and travel insurances, because sometime a few years back, Citi decided to take that benefit away from the card. And for me in this setup, that is currently being covered by the Platinum card, so I don't have to worry about that. And overall, with all of that being taken into consideration, the Citi Premier is a really powerful card, especially as part of the City Trifecta. It has an annual fee of only $95, and it comes with a welcome offer of around 60,000 City thank you points, unless you get a heightened offer for that as well. In terms of general spending categories, you get 3x back on travel, dining, and groceries. And yes, these categories are currently covered by other cards in this setup, but this card does serve as a really nice backup card, because as we know, American Express isn't as widely accepted, and the City Premier is more likely to be accepted when those ones are not. Also coming with no foreign transaction fees, whereas the other City cards in the setup do have foreign transaction fees. So it's a really nice backup option for every card in this setup overall. And again, the real value of this card is that it elevates the points earned on both the City Double Cash and the City Custom Cash, allowing me to transfer out these City points to travel partners. But yeah, really that's the setup overall. Let me know what you guys think. We got the City Trifecta and the Amex Duo, a very powerful overall setup. It was a little bit challenging I really wanted to throw in the Venture X so many times in the setup, but like I said, we're challenging ourselves, and it was a really fun exercise. Overall, I think this setup does cover all the major areas of spend. We got at least 4x back on dining, groceries, and gas. We got flexibility in our points. We have a catch-all card to earn 2x back on everything that is not a major category. But yeah, thank you to Daniel Braun for this challenge. I think it was a really good overall exercise, as I've never really looked into as much, of course, the City cards. They're very underrated, and I think it's a good overall setup. If you guys made it this far into the video, I do appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're not already. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.